Hello everyone, I'm going to solve 2016 May-June Paper 2 Variant 1 today. Let's get started. First question. A train leaves Zurich, or whatever this is, at 22:40 and arrives in Vienna at 7:32 the next day. Work out the time taken. Okay. So what you do here is you minus this 22:40 minus 24, because this times are in the 24-hour system. So 24. Now, but then the key here to this question that could ruin the whole question if you do it wrong is how you key it in the calculator. There is a symbol in the calculator that looks like this. That looks something like this. You should use it. Something like this. Use it, it will look like something like that. 0, 0, and then again here. Minus 22. Again, 40. Again. That would equal 1 hour, 20 minutes. And then you add this 1 hour, 20 minutes to 7:32 to get your answer. So 7, 0, 7, 32 plus 1, 20. And you would get the answer would be 8:52. 8 hours, 52 minutes. Alright. Now the second question. From a sample of 80 batteries, the 3 are faulty. Work out the percentage of faulty batteries. So basically 3 over 80. 3 over 80 times 100. You want the percentage, so times 100. That would equal 3.75%. Alright, third question. Write 1.27 times 10 to the power of negative 3 as an ordinary number. Okay, easy. So basically all you do here is just write this down, 1.27. And then when you see negative 3, so they want you to move the decimal point to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 0, 0. That's your answer. The decimal point is right here. So 0.00127. Alright, question 4. Calculate that number giving your answer correct to 4 significant figures. So if you key that in your calculator, you'll get 157,862. 0.7163, and they wanted to correct it to 4 significant figures. So you count here 1, 2, 3, 4, now 8. Then you see the number beside 8 is 6. If it's more than 5, then you add 1. If it's less, then you keep it as it is. So it's 1,579, because 6 is more than 5, obviously. So that's the number you get. That's the answer. 0, 0, sorry. Don't forget the 0, 0, because these zeros aren't just for space, they're meaningful. So question 5. Omar changes 2,000 Saudi Arabian Riyals SAR into euros when the exchange rate is 1 euro to 5.087 SAR. Work out how much Omar receives, giving your answer correct to the nearest euro. Alright, so what you do here is write down the exchange rate, which is 1 euro to 5.087 riyals, and then you write the number here, 2,000, under the riyals section, 2,000, and then you cross multiply to find the euro. So 2,000 times 1 divided by 5.087, and that would give you your answer, which is 393 3.1590. But then they want it to the nearest 0, so just 393. Alright, now question 6. Find the lowest common multiple of 36 and 48. So what you do here is 48, then equals, then 36, equal. Now you list the multiples of 48 and you list the multiples of 36, which is 48, 96, 144, 196, sorry, 192, and 240. The same goes with 36, 72, 108, 144. So you can just stop here because you already found the lowest common multiple, which is 144. That's the lowest common multiple, so here it goes. That's the answer, 144. Now question 7, find the values of y when m. So basically they give you all the values except for y, so just substitute them in this equation and find out y. So m is -2, x is -7, plus -3. So if you key that in exactly as it is in the calculator, you'll end up with 11. Write x in terms of p, q, and y. Easy. Multiply both sides by p to get rid of the denominator. So you end up with yp equals qx. And now you want to get rid of q to leave x alone. So divide q from both sides. And that would be the value of x in terms of x. Yp over q. Now question 9. Triangle ABC is isosceles and AC is parallel to BD. Find the value of A and the value of B. Alright, so basically they want the value of A and B. So when you see a Z like this, what does that mean? That this angle should equal this angle. So B, we already know B is 40 degrees. And now A, so it says here that this triangle is isosceles. What does that mean? That this angle right here, A, is the same as this angle right here. And we do know that the sum of the internal angles of a triangle is 180. And we already have one angle, which is 40. So in order to find these two, 180 minus 40, and that would be 140. And because these two angles, this one and this one, are equal, all you have to do is just divide by 2. And the answer would be 70. That's your answer. A equals 70. Right, now on to the next question. Also, don't forget the unit, which is degrees here. Right, the sides of an equilateral triangle are 9.4 centimeters. Correct to the nearest millimeter, work out the upper bound of the perimeter of this triangle. Now the key here is the upper bound, lower bound question. The key here is this sentence right here, that's the nearest millimeter. So all I have to do is just write lower bound right here and upper bound right here and write the values in the middle, 9.4 centimeter. And so what is the lower bound of 9.4? Correct to the nearest millimeter. Millimeter is basically this. This is the lower bound, 9.35. It's this one right here, this figure, the third figure. And the upper bound should be 9.45. And so they want the upper bound of the perimeter of the triangle. So all I have to do is just multiply 9.45 by 3, because there are 3 sides. And you'll get your answer, 28.35 centimeters. That's the upper bound of the perimeter. Alright, now question 11. Oh, that was fast. Now question 11. ABP and Q lie in the circle center O, angle APB equal 56. Alright. So now, without even doing anything, we already know that this angle 56 and X are related somehow because they share the same arc. But related how? X is double 56, which is 56 times 2, 111. So you should write that just to show your work. 112, sorry. Okay, that's the value of X. And now Y, same thing. We already know Y and X are related somehow. Why is that? Because they share the same arc. X and Y are basically equal. 56 and Y, not X and Y, 56 and Y. Because they're both lying on the circumference of the circle, which is 56. Now question 12, simplify 16p to the power of 16, then overall to the power of 1 over 4 quarter. So first simplify 16, which is to the power of, how to simplify 16? It's basically 4 to the power of 2. And then write down here p to the power of 16, then all of this number to the power of 1 over 4. And now expand, multiply 1 over 4 by 2, indices alone. This is how to expand indices. You'll get 4 half to the power of half, and p to the power of 4. And that would be your answer. You cannot simplify any further. Alright, question 13, inequalities. This is an easy one. It's like a simple equation except there's an inequality sign in the middle, not an equal sign. So basically you take a to the other side, you put n terms in one side and the normal numbers to the other side. So I end up with 7 plus 8 less than 5n minus n. 7 plus 8 is 15 less than 4n. Divide by 4 both sides. You'll get n is bigger than 3.75. That's your answer. Now question 14. Let's look at it. This is a nice question. Right, the diagram shows a rectangle garden divided into different areas. FG is the perpendicular bisector of BC. The arc HJ has center D and radius 20 meters. CE is the bisector of angle DCB. Right, write down more statements using loci to describe the shaded region inside the garden. Where the shaded region is nearer to C than to B. Nearer to C than to B, which is, that means that the shaded region is in this side, not in this side. Alright, now how to describe it in more details. Nearer to DC than to CB. In order to say that this is not included as well. Nearer to DC, this line, than to CB. To DC than to BC. And for the third one, we want to say that it's not this side, it's this side only. How would you say that? It's 20 meters away from D. From the point D. So we're done. Now question 15, sequence. Find the next term in this sequence. So basically just find the difference between these. That's negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, and negative 2. In order to find the next term, you use minus 2, which is negative 3. Like find the nth term of the sequence. And so how to find the nth term? This is a linear sequence. So this should be an easy one. The difference is basically negative 2n, and then plus the first term. How would you know the first term? Just add 2. It would be 9. So that's the equation. In order to make sure that it's right, try type it in your calculator and then play with it, experiment, using substitute n with the number of terms you want, and see if it's correct or not. If not correct, go back and check what's wrong. Right, without using a calculator, work out 6 over 7 divided by 1, 2 over 3. 6 over 7 divided by 1, 2 over 3. 1, 2 over 3, change it to an improper fraction by multiplying 1 times 3 plus 2. 1 times 3, that's 6, 7, 8. 8 over 3. And then 8 over 3. Flip it upside down to change the division into multiplication. And you'll get your answer. Oh, sorry. This is not 8. It's 5. 5. 18 over 35. That's your answer. And now question 17. 5 angles of a hexagon are each 115 degrees. Calculate the size of the sixth angle. Alright, so basically it's like this, a hexagon. Each angle is 115, 115, 115, 100. Except for this one. They want to find this angle right here. So how would you do that? First of all, we can find the sum of internal angles inside this hexagon, and then add all these angles together, which is 115 times 5, and then the answer, we minus it from the sum of all to find x. How do we do that? How to find the sum of internal angles? You use this equation, 180 brackets n minus 2. That's how to find it. So let's substitute the values inside, 180. N, which is the number of sides of the figure, 6 minus 2. And that would equal 720. Okay, let me double check. 180 times 4. Yes, 720. And now 115 times 5. Because they said here that there are 5 angles, which are 115. That would equal 575. So now it's the easy part. All you have to do is just minus the sum of all angles inside minus the angles which are present there, the values we have. That would equal 720 minus 575, 145. That's easy enough, I guess. Question 18, a car of length 4.3 meters is traveling at 105 kilometers per hour. It passes over a bridge of length 36 meters. Calculate the time in seconds it takes to pass over the bridge completely. Okay. So the car has a length of 4.3 meters and the bridge is 36 meters. First you have to add this together, 4.3 plus 36, because they said here completely after it passes through, not while it's on the bridge. So it's 40.3. Now that's the distance you got. Now they want the time in seconds, and notice here the speed is in hours, kilometers per hour, and distance is in minutes. So what we have to do here is convert 105 kilometers per hour to meters per second. How would we do that? 105 times 1000 to turn it into meters, and then divide by 3600 to turn the hours to seconds, and that should give you 29.2 meters per second. Now we have the speed, we have the distance, we want to find the time. All we have to do is just divide for the distance over the speed. That would give you the answer, which is 1.38 seconds. Alright. Now probability. The probability of a cricket team winning or losing in their first 2 matches is shown in the tree diagram. Find the probability that the cricket team wins at least one match. At least one match. What does that mean? Win, or win, lose, or lose, win, but not lose, lose. This last one, they don't want it. They don't want the team to lose both times. They just want at least one time, at least one win. So these are the 3 possibilities. So 1 over 3 times 3 over 4 plus this one and this plus this one and this 1 over 3 times 1 over 4 plus this times this 2 over 3 times 3 over 4, and that should give you 5 over 6. That's the probability, that's the answer of the team winning at least one match. And now question 20. AB is an arc of a circle, center O, radius 9 centimeters. The length of the arc AB is 6 pi centimeters. The area of the sector AOB is k pi centimeter square. Alright, that was long. Find the value of k. What you do here is k pi is the area, right? Now what's the formula to find out the area of a sector? It's pi r square times the angle over 360 times this angle, let's call it x, over 360. And now we have too much unknowns here, right? Too much unknowns in this equation to find out k. Well, we have to at least have one unknown to find it out, which is k. So we have to figure out r and x first. R is given, it's 9 centimeters, and now x, the angle. How to find that? Using the arc. The arc, they say here it's 6 pi. 6 pi. Now the equation of the arc, which is theta, the angle, over 360 times 2 pi r. R, as we said, it's 9 centimeter. So let's work this out. Theta over 360 times 18 pi, 6 pi. So 6 pi equals 18 pi theta over 360. Get rid of 360 by multiplying both sides. So 6 pi times 360. That would give you 2,160 pi equals 18 pi theta. Now in order to make theta alone, you divide by 18 pi both sides. So theta would equal 2,160 pi divided by 18 pi, and that would be 120 degrees. And now substitute this value 120 in this equation to find k. So k pi r square, which is 9, times 120 over 360. And so k pi equals, work that out in the calculator quickly, times 120 over 360, 27 pi. So divide pi both sides, end up with k equals 27. That's the answer. So question 21, y is directly proportional to the positive square root of x. Okay, so that means y is directly proportional to the positive square root of x. Positive square root of x. Okay, now when x equals 9, y equals 12, find y. Okay, now substitute this to find the value of k first. Y is 12 and x is 9. Divide by square root of 9. Divide by square root of 9, which is 3, of course. K equals 4. And now we know the value of k. Now they want to find y. K is 4 and x is 1 over 4. So the answer is 2. Y equals 2. Now question 22. It's sets. The Venn diagram shows the number of elements in each region. Find the number of A intersection B naught. A intersection with B naught is this. Alright. Which is 3. An element is chosen at random. Find the probability that this element is in set B. So the total number here is 3 plus 7 plus 12 plus 5. That would be 27. And then 7 plus 12. The numbers inside set B are 7 and 12. Add them together. 7 plus 12 is 19. 19 over 27. That's the answer. 27 is the total number of all the numbers inside this rectangle right here. Okay, an element is chosen at random from set A. From now, it's only set A, not set B, which is 3 and 7. These are the numbers we have. Find the probability that this element is also a member of set B. So basically, the total number in set A is 10, and the total number of elements in both, which is also in set B and set A, is 7. So 7 over 10. That's the probability of this. On the diagram, on the Venn diagram, shade the region A union B naught, or yeah. So, oh my God. 27. Sorry for that. 97 and 7, 10. So the region is right here. The outside. A union B naught is this. So now question 23. Calculate the area of this trapezium. So let's write down the equation for the area of trapezium. It's half A times A plus B, which is this is A and this is B, times height. And now height, which is this right here. Of course we don't have that. But how will we find it? By using this triangle right here. We know 8, which is the hypotenuse, but we don't know the base yet, but we will know it just right now, which is 12 minus 8, and you get this one. 12 minus 8. Now 12 minus 8 equals 4. So this is 4 and this is 8. How to find this? Using the Pythagoras theorem. H squared plus 4 squared should equal 8 squared. And now H equals 6.92882. Okay, now you know H. That means the equation here is complete. Half A is 8 plus 12 times H, which is 6.928. That would equal 69.3 centimeter squared. That's the answer. Now question 24, factorize completely. Take 2 as a common first. You end up with A plus 2. And then take P as a common. and you will end up with a plus 2 as well. And so a plus 2 times 2 plus b, which is this and this. That's how you solve these kinds of questions. Right now, question P, 162 minus 8t squared. So take 2 as a common first. You will end up with 81 minus 4t squared. And so this bracket is a perfect square. Perfect square. That's now you can easily understand negative. So 1 time negative, 1 time positive. 81 can be 9, and 9 here can be 2t and 2t. That's how you simplify. So 9, 2t, and 9 plus 2t. And so question 25, A is the point 4, 1, and B is the point 10, 15. Okay, find the equation for the perpendicular bisector. So it's basically like this. This is point A, and this is point B, which is 4, 1, and this is 10, 15. And now, in order to find the equation of any line, we need two things. First, a point in a line and the gradient. And how would we find the point in this line right here? Obviously, the midpoint. Because they said here the perpendicular bisector. Bisector, that means it cuts the line AB in half. And so the midpoint would be a point in this line. So let's find the midpoint of line AB. Four plus 10 over 2, and 1 plus 15 over 2. That would give you 7, 8. That's the midpoint. Alright, now to find the gradient of the line, AB, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 15 minus 1 over 10 minus 4. That would equal 7 over 3. And now to find the gradient of the perpendicular bisector, you simply, it's the negative, the reciprocal of this, which is negative 3 over 7. Okay. y minus, now we have the gradient and we have the point. So all you have to do now is just write down the equation, which is y minus y1 equals the m times x minus 1. So y1 equals negative 3 over 7 times x negative x1, which is negative 7. Simplify that. Y should equal negative 3 over 7. Now negative 3 over 7 times negative 7 that would equal 3. And then when you bring 8 to the other side, it's going to be a positive 8. So plus 8, 11. Plus 11. That would be your answer. Alright, on to the last question, which is question 26. Alright, calculate the area of the triangle ABC. Simply use this equation, half times A plus B, which is 7, times 10, times sine the angle between them, which is 35. This equation is really convenient when you have a triangle like this. You can't know the height, you don't know the height. So the basic equation is half times base times height, right? But we don't know the height, so you can use these equations if you have the angle in between. And so that would equal 20 kilometers square. 20.1 kilometer square, just 20 kilometer square. 20 kilometer, sorry, 20 centimeter square. 20 centimeter square. Now question B, calculate the length of AC. Length of AC, which is this right here. Use the cosine rule and you'll find it easily. AC square equals 10 square plus 7 square minus 2 times 10 times 7 times cosine 35. Okay, that should equal 149 minus 100, 114.6812. This is AC square. Okay, and now AC square, and this is 34.3. Now let's get rid of the square. So square root both sides. Square root both sides. This goes with this. So you end up AC equals square root of 34.3, which is 5.86 centimeter. Now that's the length of the line AC, 5.86. Alright, thanks for watching. Please be sure to comment any question you've got or any recommendation for a paper for me to solve.